Hey guys, this is SansCorpsTarot, and today I am back again with another pick a card reading. This one is going to be all about your next reason to smile, or the next thing for you to look forward to. So we have 3 piles for you today. Pile 1 has this postcard. Pile 2 has this beautifully painted little box. And pile 3 has this little candle cover dome thing. So take your time choosing your piles, meditate on the energy of whatever you think your next reason to smile or the next thing for you to look forward to is, and then go to whichever pile you think has its energy. So do you think that your next thing to look forward to has the energy of this postcard? Does it have the energy of this box? Does it have the energy of this little candle thing? So if you guys can go choose your readings right now if you feel called, but if you want some more help choosing which pile, then I can give you a little bit of background on the different things. So I recently took a trip to Europe, and that's sort of what inspired this reading because it was just such a nice little break from everything. And on that trip is where I got all of these items. So in pile 1, this is from a park in Barcelona, Spain. So it's called Park Güell, and it's a beautiful park that an artist a long time ago decorated in a bunch of hand-painted murals. So the whole park, it's like it was a big public park for people to freely roam around, but it's just like a normal park, but with like beautiful murals all around on the benches, on the ceiling of a little like amphitheater area. So yeah, it's a beautiful area. And then pile 2, you have this little box that I just thought it was so beautiful. I found it in the Portugal airport. And actually, if you open it up, it has dominoes inside. So maybe if you guys feel connected to dominoes in any way. And this is all wooden, and the dominoes themselves, maybe I'll take one out. The dominoes themselves are also wooden, and they're beautiful, and they feel so nice. I'm so glad that I got this, because I almost didn't, because I was like, this is so random, I don't care about dominoes, I'm not gonna play with this, but I thought this box was so beautiful, and I just know that I'm gonna like decorate or like display it in my apartment. But and then pile 3, you have this little candle thing that I got from a gift shop in Barcelona. And I think that the design on this candle is meant to sort of be in the same style as the artist who decorated the murals at this park. And so yeah, it's supposed to be in that style, but this was just something so beautiful that I saw in a gift shop. And normally I'm not one to get gift shop type things because I'd prefer to like actually get something I feel like from actual people who live in the area instead of just, something cheaply made somewhere else. And this is actually made in Germany, I found out. I read the box, it was made in Germany, which is so random. But I thought it was so beautiful, I just had to get it. So I did. But these are your 3 piles, so take your time choosing which pile you want to go to. You could, of course, have messages in multiple piles. I think that is, if you feel drawn to more than one object strongly, I think that you're definitely encouraged to listen to the different piles, because I mean, your next thing to look forward to, I feel like this is a reading that is very much supposed to put you in a happy, receptive Empress type energy. It's supposed to get you excited about the future and maybe be a nice little distraction if you have some real things going on in your life. But anyway, so I will leave you to it, and I'll see you guys in your readings. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading all about the next thing for you to look forward to. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm super excited to get into this reading. I'm super excited to figure out the joy that is being brought to all the lovely people who watch my YouTube channel. it is a little exciting, you know. It is interesting too, because I mean, there is some level, I am tapping into your guys' energy to some extent, you know, so it is like, I'm a little connected to you guys. So I mean, yeah, if you feel like you're not connected, or if you don't like that, feel free to feel free to not watch or unsubscribe, etc., etc. But let's see, let's get some messages. Let's just get right into it. Let's see. Your next reason to smile. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so this card just sort of fell out. It was still early on when I was shuffling, so I was a little on the fence about whether or not to take it. And it was face down when I was on the fence about that. And so I was sort of like, okay, I'll pick it up, see what happens. It's the Ten of Swords, so I'm getting that this reading is about your next thing to look forward to. This is not going to be your next thing to look forward to. I think that this is the energy that you're in right now. You're feeling a little defeated. You're feeling a little done with stuff. I feel like there is an energy. You're just lying still and you're letting life carry you around. You're just like, I'm a little defeated. That's what it is. That's the energy. You're feeling defeated. You're like, I'm over it. I'm exhausted. There's something that you were just giving so much energy to, and it took all of your energy until you had nothing left to give. But let's see. What's pile one's next thing to look forward to? So, I mean, first of all, right off the bat, you'll look forward to getting out of this energy. You know, at least it is something like the Ten of Swords, so it is something that is like completed and done. Hold on, I'm just gonna cleanse my cards really quickly. Okay, but so yeah, so it is the Ten of Swords. It's like something, you know, completion. 10 is the last, and you know, it's the last sword card. You know, other than the Page of Swords. But yeah, so it's like the worst is over. So that's just immediately like, I mean, and I don't think that's the message that's going to come through, but like that's going to be the first thing you have to look forward to. It's like you can take a breath of relief because, and then you have the Strength card. So yeah, what I was saying, you can take a breath of relief, a sigh of relief, because you are just like, you know, I'm going to move this right. No, I'll put it right here, actually. That's fine. Okay, good. But, so, yeah, you can take a sigh of relief. There's just something, and probably something, I mean, because it is the Ten of Swords, probably something that was able to take the time to make it all the way to the Ten of Swords. So this isn't just a little something that bogged you down. This is a big something, a big energy thing. So, honestly, guys, I mean, because the Strength card is coming out, I mean, like, the fact that you're getting out of this energy is going to be a huge reason to smile. There's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. They're being a little ambiguous right now about what that is, because I think that they really just want me to stress the fact that, this is an energy, an intense energy that you're going to be in, and an energy that you're going to be in for a little while, because it's something that accumulated, you know, like each sword built one on top of the other until it was just enough pierced you where you died, you bled out. It's a pretty gruesome image, but I mean, strength is like basically the card that's saying, hold on, don't click out of this reading yet. Something will actually be coming to light. Like, you will find the strength within you to get out of this situation. But I think you're going to be getting some help in that, because look at this guy. He's being helped by a bunch of people holding him. I don't think that you're going to have to dig yourself out of this hole all by yourself. I think that there is going to be something given to you. I mean, look at like this person with the lion. This is such an interesting energy. This is the energy of like this lion is this person's loyal pet or companion. So it is something like that, like something like loved ones, or people that have a similar sort of like cuddly energy to you. People that are really a sense of security and comfort, they're going to be the ones that help bring you out of this energy. But let's get some further clarifications. What's the next thing for pile 1 to look forward to in their life? Next thing for pile 1 to look forward to. I think that whatever this caused, this Ten of Swords, like, it's almost like I have the Empress peeking up at the bottom of the deck when I flipped it over. But I mean, I think that the Ten of Swords, there is an energy of like, it's also good that this thing is over, you know? Like, it's good that you've sort of given up because you weren't meant to give more energy to this thing, whatever it is. I mean, and this could be something like a career path that has absolutely beaten you down, you know? Like, it's giving me vibes of, you know, like med school. People talk about how terrible med school is. It's giving me the energy of that, where you're like, oh, I'm gonna be a doctor and help people. And then it's like every year, like, you get crippling debt, and then you, like, just have so much work to do. You don't have, like, a social life or anything. And it just, like, eventually, maybe you literally just, like, drop out. That's the energy that this is giving me. It's like you drop out and you're like, you know what, universe, you win. I'm not going to pursue this thing. Fine. And it is a little bit of like a spiteful, resentful, frustrated energy because of course you're frustrated. This is something that you spent all of those 10 swords on. You put in the work. It's also giving me energy of the 10 of wands, you know, like you were actively trying to make something happen and it fell through. It screwed you over. It did not at all meet your expectations. It was a big disappointment and you were really just fed up and you like gave up on it. But it's almost also like one aspect of the blessing that's coming in for you next is, you know, the fact that you've given up, you know, officially. It is like you've reached this, it's been the straw that broke the camel's back. You've finally reached that point, and it's a sigh of relief that you reached that point because, you know, if you would have given any more energy, like something would have gone terribly wrong. I mean, there already is an energy of like you absolutely gave everything that you could. If you had anything more to give, you would have. But it's like just finally this situation just forced, like you were just suddenly forced to leave it and to let yourself be carried away. But there was strength in that. There was wisdom in that. Let's see. We also have Queen of Wands. So there's a new opportunity. There's something that you're going to be able to actually bring in for yourself, you know? So even though you felt like you weren't able to be the Queen of Wands in whatever is causing this Ten of Swords, but you're going to be given something through your strength and perseverance. You're going to be given something that actually does make you feel like the Queen of Wands. It helps you sit in that energy and validate the fact that you do have that energy. It's going to be something that you're able to thrive in, and something that's not going to feel like you're giving one sword after the other. It's going to be something like you give a cup of emotion and love, and it's something that just sort of like gives you emotion and love back. So I'm going to get some clarifying cards for what this Queen of Wands is, because this Queen of Wands is what the crux of what your next blessing is. I think that definitely a big part of your blessing is just the fact that you will be out of this Ten of Swords energy, or the fact that you will not be having to put in so much tireless, relentless effort towards seeing something through that just simply does not give you the energy you deserve back. Like that, you're gonna get out of that energy. You're gonna finally be able to release it. You're gonna be forced to release it, and then you're gonna be able to step back, regain your power, regain your composure, and then the universe is going to co-create with you to have another opportunity for you. So for the example of med school, you know, you put you're all into med school, but it just maybe you literally just failed out, you know? So it's like it's an aspect of you really did try so hard and you would have tried even harder for longer, but there was some aspect of it where you were just forced to throw in the towel. But you know, it's like if you have that, if you experience that with med school, you know, that disappointment, but then maybe it's like, in that disappointment, you take time off, maybe you just take time to sort of recuperate, regain this strength in yourself. Maybe you try volunteering somewhere, or maybe you just really just, you know, go home and relax and try to think about the next steps in your life, or just try to regain your composure so that you can begin your life again. And maybe it's in those moments where you have like a light bulb moment and you realize something that you're meant to do, or like a great idea. Maybe it's something like you are forced to drop out of med school, you are kicked out of med school, and then you go back to your parents' house, and when you go back to your parents' house, it's like you meet someone you were friends with from a long time ago, and they have like a job opening up at their company that sounds like something you'd be really interested in, and it just works out perfectly. And so it is some aspect of like, yeah, co-creation with the universe, you know? There is going to be like a little bit of a latency period, a little bit of like a waiting period, just because, you know, you were in the Ten of Swords. So you're going to need some time to take those swords out of your chest, out of your back, and just sort of rest and recuperate and sit in this sort of strength energy where you gain your strength back. And then when you're sort of, it's just going to be a little bit of time. It's not going to be too long, because the universe sort of knows that if it makes you wait too long, you don't think that anything's going to come in. You're going to almost revert back to this Ten of Swords if you're forced to wait too long. So you're going to be giving something, you know, a little quickly, you know, but still after a little period of time. So maybe like, you know, it's giving me months. So maybe like 1 to 4, 5 months. You'll have to wait, and then you'll be given this new opportunity and this new thing to replace whatever it is that you were so disappointed in. And if this is something like a relationship, then yeah, it's just something as simple as you're in a terrible relationship, you gave your all, but eventually this person just like did something to show to you basically that they don't care about you, and you just had to break up with them, or they broke up with you, cheated, etc. Take it how it resonates. This is just an example also. But then you know, you broke up with them, you were single for a little bit, and then you put yourself back out there, went out one night, and you met like the love of your life. That's the energy that this is. But I'm going to get another clarifier for this, or just a clarifier for this Queen of Wands, because I didn't do that yet. But yeah, so the next thing for you to look forward to is, right now you're in a tough energy, or you will be in a tough energy soon, or you were recently in a tough energy. But, you know, right after that tough energy is going to be this energy of peace, stability, regaining stability. And this is going to be, you know, the beginning of the light at the end of the tunnel. And then eventually you'll be able to you'll be able to walk into your throne. You'll be able to see your throne and perfectly walk into it and regain your place as the Queen of Wands. And then after that, just manifest what you want. So let's get a clarifier for this Queen of Wands. Definitely could have fire energy, because the strength is Leo and Queen of Wands, the Wands is fire, so could definitely be Leo. Could also Aries or Sagittarius. I am really getting Leo though, because there is just a lot of passionate go-getter energy, a lot of dedicated, hard-working energy. But then, you know, a lot of, because Leo is a fixed sign, so a lot of, you know, when it was over, it was a tough pill for them to swallow. Oh my god. Clarifier for the Queen of Wands is the Empress. And remember, this was the card that peeked over at the bottom of the deck. So that's beautiful. That's your clarifier for the Queen of Wands. I mean, yeah, the Empress, you're gonna... And it's gonna take a hot sec for you to get into this energy, don't get me wrong, because you are going to be here, but like, you're just being called to realize that also, like, now your life is just going to be peaceful, you know, it's going to be so much more peaceful. I think that your life was chaotic and stressful, and while you were tirelessly pursuing whatever this thing is, you know, you didn't even realize how exhausting it was until you reached this Ten of Swords point. It's like you didn't even realize that this was a sword, that swords that you were pursuing. Maybe you thought it was wands or cups, and you didn't even realize it was swords until you died from all of the swords in your back when you got the Ten of Swords. So, I mean, yeah, like your life was just so chaotic, so stressful, while you were just trying to cling onto this thing. And so now, like, another aspect of this blessing, this thing to look forward to, is just simply peace, you know? Like, you don't have to be in this chaotic energy anymore. And maybe at first you're gonna think, oh, this peace is just, you know, I'm just lonely because I broke up with this person. It's not peace, I'm just upset because I'm lonely now. Or it's like, oh, now I don't have a career, now I'm gonna be broke forever. And it's like you mistake the quietness and the peace and the fact that this thing left your life for the assumption that there will never be anything in its place, anything better to replace it. And so, and you mistake that peace. You think that it's you just, your life almost being knocked down a tier. Maybe it's like you think that this Ten of Swords is rock bottom, but actually it's like the opportunity for death and rebirth. It's the opportunity to close the end of a cycle with something that was not worth your energy, so that you can find the strength to pursue something that is meant for you and that will be like so fruitful and abundant for you. So I mean, also it's like, if you were in this chaotic overgiving energy and you were forced to throw in the towel, know that the stagnancy that you are now experiencing is not meant to be true stagnancy. It's meant to give you the time and space to heal and to reconnect with yourself in preparation for this Queen of Wands and this Empress energy, so that you can be confident and secure in yourself as you await the perfect opportunities for you, the perfect opportunities for you to create for yourself even. I feel like this isn't really the universe just handing you something after hardships. This is, after hardships, you learn from it. After hardships, you stop, recover, recuperate, dig yourself out of that hole, learn lessons from this. You say, I gave way too much to this thing. Where did I go wrong? You know, you were like, I was so deceived by this thing. What allowed me to be deceived by this thing? What was I not seeing? You took the lessons, you took this harsh experience and you learned the lessons from it. And so then learning those lessons gave you the ability to create things, because you are naturally a Queen of Wands. You're naturally a creator. You're not, I mean, you're also an Empress, so you're also receptive, but naturally you go out and you make things happen for yourself. But, you know, all that needed to be done was you just needed to basically learn how to be able to understand and clearly see what things are meant to be manifested by you, because clearly whatever this thing was that you tirelessly pursued was not meant to be manifested by you, because it never was. It never came into fruition. You experienced a Ten of Swords, death moment with it. But, you know, there are definitely things that are meant to be materialized by you. They are meant to be manifested by you, and you can manifest them very easily, but you just need to be able to grow the wisdom to understand what these things are so that you can manifest them easily, because it is an energy of, so you're the Queen of Wands. The universe isn't just going to give you things, or, the universe will give you things. It's open to it, but ultimately you have a creator manifestor energy to you. So you will let the universe give you things, but you are going to try to tell them what to give you, which is completely okay. You're being called even to do that, but only after you take the time to sort of step back and reflect on what these things exactly are that you are meant to manifest. Wow. But your next thing to look forward to, I mean, this is like really, this is interesting because this is definitely a very general message. This isn't something specific. I assumed sort of that specific things would come through in this reading, but this is mainly something, something general. But so let's get some more cards. Your next pile of ones, next blessing, the next thing to look forward to. Next thing to look forward to. Well, 3 cards coming out. So we have mural, be your own first priority. Yeah, so something to look forward to is you're going to be given this space to just sort of be in your own energy and regain your sense of self and exhibit a lot of self-care and to make yourself a priority. Flower, be honest with yourself. So I think this is the energy of, you need to be honest with yourself and learn the lessons from whatever it is that you just recently went through. You just need to be honest also about the situation and recognize that, just because you are lacking something factually right now, factually something left your life. Just because something left your life does not mean that you now have less in your life. You have, if anything, more because you have more peace and more time and space for yourself now that this thing left. So it's, be honest with yourself about things that you're lying to yourself about, but then also try to almost take a very objective third-party view of this thing. Almost try to imagine yourself as your own spirit guide and think of you as just like a silly little human who doesn't really know any better, and not in a bad way, but just in a way where you're like, I just simply don't know any better, and nothing against me. And then try to think about, how your spirit guide would try to think about this situation and try to think about what your spirit guide is thinking in, putting you through these obstacles, because your spirit team loves you and they're always just trying to help you learn and grow as a person. But it is a lot of tough love that they have. So they're not just going to give you everything that you want. They're going to give you the things that you need because they know what you're going to want in the future. And so they're going to give you the things that you need now to create the life that you ultimately want for yourself. Confidence, it comes with time and practice. And so what I think that that's saying is that just simply this Empress, so like the big thing that's coming in for you to make you smile, next thing to look forward to is this Empress energy, this just ultimate abundance, like you created energy. But this card is giving me the message that this is going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of time to fully become the Empress, because first you're going to have to take all of those swords out of your back. First, you're going to have to take all of those swords out of your back, and then you're going to have to regain your strength, and then you're going to have to remember how you're the Queen of Wands, and then you're going to have to jump from the Queen of Wands, which is your natural energy, and be receptive to the universe transforming you into the Empress, which is, sort of like a temporary energy that you're going to be in as the universe actively co-creates with you to bring you what it is that you want. But I mean, so honestly, I do actually want to get one more card to clarify the Empress, or actually maybe I'll get a clarifier actually for... Sorry, I'm trying to just lay out these cards. Oh, laying out cards is like one of the most annoying parts about reading tarot, TBH. I'm going to get some more cards because I am very curious about this Empress energy, because again, they're being very vague about it, and I think that is because it'll take just a little second to come in. And that's why you're also being called to remember that this pause and stagnant energy is also sort of a blessing, because you're meant to just sort of have a lot of peace in your life. And, you're sort of being also, just remember that if you're feeling stagnant after that Ten of Swords, it's because you're about to become the Empress. It's not because nothing ever is going to come in. It's because you're about to birth something big. But let's get another clarifier for this Queen of Wands, because I want to know exactly, not exactly, but I do want to know more specifics of what it is that you're manifesting. Oh, you're manifesting the exact right thing. Wow, these are just like, ugh, man, no other messages are coming out. I mean, you're manifesting something that is going to give you the emotional fulfillment that you thought this Ten of Swords thing was going to give you. So you're manifesting something that is going to actually fill this cup. This woman is almost, so this card, it's like she's looking at this cup and it's empty. And so whatever it is that this Queen of Wands, this ultimate blessing that's coming in, is you're going to make all of these cups for yourself. You're going to create all of these cups for yourself, and you're going to have the ability to look at them each one by one, look at them in the face and pick out which one you want. This is what I mean by active co-creation with the universe. As you're in this Empress energy, you are going to, as you regain your strength, as you regain your status as Queen of Wands, as you, temporarily embody the Empress, you are creating all and manifesting all of these different cups, all of these different opportunities for yourself. And you are going to manifest the ability to look at each of these opportunities, obtain each opportunity, and choose which ones you would like to go after. Oh, man, but let's see if anything actually specific about the nature of this thing is going to come out. What's the nature of this this blessing, of this manifestation, this abundant thing, because it is it's a manifestation that's coming in. So why I kept this reading broad and just next thing to look forward to is because sometimes we look forward to things that we're not expecting. But this, I mean, you weren't expecting the forced peace, because you weren't expecting to have a Ten of Swords moment, but I mean, you are forced into a time period of peace, which wasn't expected, but you are going to expect this big intentional manifestation that you have, that you create to sort of replace this Ten of Swords thing that you recently let go of. Let's see, what's more about the nature of this thing? The nature of this thing. Six of Wands. It's going to be something that's divinely meant for you. So that is such a reassuring energy. It is something, the nature of this thing, it is something passionate. So this really is giving me, for a lot of you, this is something like career path. This is something that is, it's passionate and it's big. There aren't a lot of pentacles around, so this could even just be something, like a hobby, but it's something that you are really passionate about. And it could also be that maybe if it is a job or career, maybe it's something that doesn't bring you a lot of money. So I mean, maybe that's the thing, maybe you feel like you're a super creative person, and you thought that creativity should be channeled. No, I'll give you an even better example. So, I'm a tarot reader, and so I thought I feel super strongly called to tarot reading, but I thought that the concept of, I knew that I wanted to read for other people, but the concept of being a tarot business and marketing myself, for money to other people, to singular people, and, getting their money and then reading tarot for them, that always made me feel a little uncomfortable. And it was a path that I tried to pursue, but it was never something that ended up grounding for me. I had a Twitter. I tried to, market my things, my services, but I didn't market it very well because I wasn't super into it. I wasn't super passionate about it. I mean, I was passionate about tarot, but I wasn't really passionate about the business side of doing that stuff and having my own business, so to speak. And so it was, that was the Ten of Swords moment for me. And then I found this, this YouTube channel, the new culture of tarot readings on YouTube, which was perfect for me, because this is a way now for me to get out my content, get out my tarot readings, practice my spiritual abilities, flex my intuition, and also have the same sort of like reward that I would have gotten from having a tarot business, but in a way that's a lot more comfortable for me and that I'm a lot more in line with. So it's something like that. It's like this thing that you were pursuing, like it wasn't meant for you, and maybe you didn't even know that at the time, and maybe you still don't know that, and you don't know how it's not meant for you, and maybe you still think it is. But I mean, you're being reminded, or you're being told by your spirit guides, my spirit guides at least, that you will be enlightened as to how this thing was not meant for you when you come across the thing that was meant for you, you know? I think there's an energy of you're going to understand the magnitude. You're going to understand the fact that this Ten of Swords was a blessing when you reach the Empress Six of Wands energy. You know, like once you are able to manifest a replacement for this thing intentionally, and you're going to manifest it perfectly, exactly how you would like it, exactly what you want, you're going to get exactly what you want out of it. After you experience that, you're going to realize, oh yeah, that's why this never worked out, but also thank God this never worked out, because that would have never given me what this thing is giving me. And so, yeah, so part of your blessing, I mean, right now you definitely don't realize that this energy that you're in is a blessing, but trust me, it is, and you're going to realize that a little bit later on. But okay, pile 1, this was your reading. So your next thing to look forward to is you're gonna come into a time of peace, and maybe at first you don't really like this peace because it is going to be caused by the Ten of Swords. It's going to be caused by being forced to throw in the towel for something you just gave way too much energy to, but something that just took all that energy and gave you nothing in return. So that's going to be a time period of peace for you, though, where you're not going to have too much going on in your life so that you can regain your strength, and you're going to regain your strength. You're going to remember who you are and step into your power, and you're going to remember how you're the Queen of Wands. And then, you know, after you step back into your Queen of Wands energy, you're going to just temporarily become the Empress and just manifest opportunities for yourself to replace this thing. But you are going to have to sort of regain that self-foundation first before you fully do that. But okay, pile 1, that was your reading. If you liked that reading, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what readings you would like to see from me, but I'll say definitely subscribe to my channel so that you know when I'm posting new readings, because if you resonated with this message, I'll definitely be posting more readings and will probably be connecting to your energy again. But okay, pile 1, that is all I have for you, so have a nice day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey guys. Pile 2, if you chose this little wooden box, this will be your reading all about the next thing for you to look forward to. So I'm just going to put this little box right over here. First I want to say that it's definitely going to be something unexpected, because I mean, I had no idea this box had dominoes inside of it when I went to buy it. I just thought it was going to be like a beautiful little box to hold things in. So that was a nice, beautiful little surprise. Or it could be just an energy of this thing that is coming to you. It has the potential for more inside of it, where there's some aspect maybe that you won't fully see or fully recognize or appreciate at first, but that you will eventually appreciate, and something that you will really love and adore. But let's get some specific messages about what exactly pile 2 has to look forward to next for themselves. So let's see. Pile 2, please, spirit guides, So interesting. The Empress was peeking out at me at the back of the deck, and that happened in pile 1, 2, and then they ended up getting the Empress, which was a beautiful synchronicity to occur. But let's see, pile 2. What is occurring for pile 2? The next thing for them to get excited about. The next reason for them to smile. The next reason for pile 2 to smile. I'll also say that I got this box in the Portugal airport as like during a layover. So there may also be some energy of unexpectedness, or just sort of there really is just sort of like a chance-like energy to it. So 8 of Pentacles, this is almost like the opposite energy of that, though. The 8 of Pentacles is very intentional, hard work. So this is telling me, I think that it is something like you are working intentionally hard towards something, and I think that whatever you're working hard towards, it has the potential to bring you even more benefits than you're seeing right now. So I'm gonna clarify that energy. Let's see. Can you clarify the 8 of Pentacles, please, Spirit? What is the 8 of Pentacles here about? Oh my god, and then you have the 7 of Pentacles. That's crazy, you guys. I love it when things like that happen. The 8 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles are probably two cards that they're two minor arcana that are most closely linked together to me. I don't think that any other two minor arcana are as closely linked together to me in my mind as these two are, because for my own personal twin flame specifically journey, these are the two cards that come out the most, which is, like, of course, if you guys know anything about twin flames, of course these cards come out. But so for me, it's always like, it's always kind of another one of the signifier cards that when they come out, I know to really pay attention, and that this is probably a very important message to deliver. So 8 of Pentacles, and then getting clarified by the 7 of Pentacles. This is something I've also said in my readings before, but whenever I have number cards that are consecutive numbers in the same suit and it's counting down, it makes me think that something's impending. So I'm thinking there's definitely something that you're working hard towards, a goal that you're working hard towards. And with the 7 of Pentacles coming out right afterwards, it is telling me actually that you will be obtaining it. You will be getting that goal. It is going to be, a little bit of a long time coming, or it's just something that you really worked hard towards, but you are going to get that goal. It's coming up for you. But I think that, also this, your next thing to look forward to, I think, though, it's going to be sort of you uncovering a pentacle that you didn't really realize was there, or it's you seeing this thing through, reaping the reward, and then not even understanding that the reward is the extent to which it is, so it's something extra that's being added on, something that you appreciate, though. So it's like, it's a good thing, definitely, because this is the next thing to look forward to. It's a good thing that's getting added on. It's a good sort of bonus manifestation or bonus thing that you get from creating whatever it is that you're working so hard towards. But yeah, it's just something you're not expecting right now. So let's get some more clarifying cards. I'm very interested to know what this is. Let's get some more clarifying cards. The Sun. So this is, let's see, this is interesting. So yeah, this is, again, this message specifically was coming out for pile number 1, light at the end of the tunnel. But whereas pile number one was going through it, you guys. But you guys, it seems more so like you're just sort of like chugging along. You're just, you're tirelessly working towards something. Tirelessly, I'll say, but, not, I actually don't want to say tirelessly. I just want to say consistently. You're just consistently working towards something. And it's not to the point of exhaustion. It's something that's sustainable. You're able to sustainably put in this amount of effort consistently. And you have been for a little bit, because this is something that you definitely do want to bring about. I think that this is something that holds the potential for this sun-like energy. It has this childlike excitement about it. That's your energy when you think about it. You have a a lot of childlike excitement. This is really something, maybe a childhood dream. And then I have the Page of Cups peeking out at me from the bottom of the deck. So this tells me that it is definitely something that is, you know, almost like, yeah, like a dream that you had when you were younger, or something that is going to definitely validate your inner child. It's something that is going to help heal your inner child, because it's something that you dreamed about when you were little, or it's something that you thought would be so cool if you ever did do that when you were little, or it's just an energy that helps you reconnect with that childlike energy that you had when you were younger. And so I think that whatever this is that you're working towards, it's already like you're working towards the light at the end of the tunnel, you know? It's not an energy of you need to look for the light at the end of the tunnel. It's that you already know it's there, and you're just sort of steadily walking towards it, and, you know, digging, curating your pentacles, making your pentacles for yourself, and you keep on working. And even when it gets a little tough, even when, you know, you really feel like, oh, I've just been doing the same thing forever, you know, I keep working towards this goal. Is it really going to come about? You get out of that energy kind of quickly, and you're like, oh no, okay, I know that this is really something that I feel so strongly pulled towards, so I'm going to keep working towards it. Because I think that even the pursuit of going towards it, it's not that exhausting, because it is something that brings you joy. So this is giving me energy of like it. So this is something like, I think this is career type, life path type thing. So this is interesting. The energies that are coming out, they're a little bit bigger of an energy. I was expecting more lighthearted things to come through in this reading, but I guess because I'm only doing 3 piles, a lot of big energy is coming through. But so what you're looking forward to is right now you're on the path of working towards something. You're working towards something consistently and steadily, and it's something that holds some sort of childlike dream and wonder in it. So maybe when you were little, I'll give you guys an example. When I was little, I always just like sort of dreamed and fantasized about like getting myself out there and people listening to me, and being famous to some extent, but not because it like fame, but it's just more so I always envisioned myself just being in the public eye in some respect. And I mean, so then it's, I don't know, it's like I'll say that personally I didn't really put a lot of set effort into doing something for myself in that regard. Well, okay, no. So I'll backtrack and I'll say, so that was a dream I had when I was little, and then, you know, but even when I was little, I was like, this is just a dream. Everyone wants to be famous, you know? Everyone wants to put themselves out there and be known, basically. And so basically it was something I kind of like disregarded and didn't think about when I got older. And then fast forward to me now, when I'm, you know, 23, and I get into tarot, and I realize, oh, actually I could, you know, take this to YouTube, and I could try to become a tarot reader on YouTube. And, you know, this is this is sort of like very much like the fame or the level of, you know, public recognition, or just putting myself in the public eye in a way that, you know, my younger self would have only dreamed of. You know, I definitely did not think that I'd ever have the audacity to do something like start a tarot YouTube channel, or a YouTube channel in general. But here I am doing it, and this is something that I'm definitely working hard towards. And I mean, if you guys are watching this now, you know that I'm a little baby channel. I just started like 2 weeks ago. I barely have any subscribers. I have a ton of videos though, because I just keep cranking out the content. But I mean, you know, like, so right now I'm in this energy, and so maybe this is like the pile for me too, you know, because there is going to be the sun at the end of the tunnel. But what I can tell for you guys, it's going to take me a little bit to grow my YouTube channel, but what I can tell for you guys is that this is coming up soon, you know, because we do have the counting down energy, but soon you're going to be able to reap this reward. And I do want to get an energy on whatever that like third extra bonus manifestation blessing is. I'll get some cards about that, because there's definitely something like that coming through, but it is going to be something small, you know. So if this is you've been tirelessly working towards let's say you've been tirelessly working towards getting into this specific university and this specific program. And this is, so the energy that's coming is that you are going, it's going to take a while, you know, you need to wait the whole 18 years or whatever before you can apply to university. But I mean, you're going to apply and you're going to do all of the things. You're going to, you're going to play the sports, do the extracurriculars, make the grades, go through high school all 4 years, and then you'll apply and finally you'll get into this college. And not only are you going to get in, but you're going to get a scholarship. Or it's like you'll get in, but then you'll also like, I don't know, like just be part of this program or something, or you'll like have really extra special housing, or it's just like you're going to get some sort of added bonus that's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is nice. I think that it's going to be something maybe a little more low-key than a scholarship, because it is giving me an energy of something that's like, oh, this is nice, but this isn't too needed. But I mean, I feel like for a scholarship that would be a lot more impactful for a lot of you guys. But let's see, hold on. I'm gonna get just another energy or another card about this. So we have another card to clarify the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles and we have the Sun. Oh my God, you guys! And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So look at this insane energy. You have the Eight of Pentacles and then the Seven of Pentacles, which indicated to me counting down an impending sort of energy. So whatever this blessing is, it is impending. It is coming up soon. You're coming into it soon. And then we had Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and then the Sun. And the Sun is basically the energy that's like, you're going to get this. It's the turning point energy. It's the inflection point, if you guys are familiar with that term. It's the point at which the energy changes and it shifts. So, you know, you're at the Eight of Pentacles, you've been working so hard, so consistently, and then you're at the Seven of Pentacles, maybe you're on your last legs, you're getting really fed up with it, you're like, am I even making anything out of this, maybe, or you're just really starting to feel a little stagnant in the energy, and then you're given the Sun, you're given this opportunity, you're given the thing that you've been working so hard towards, and not only that, but you get this thing and then you're just thrust into the Nine of Pentacles energy. So this is giving me the energy of like, you know, if you get into this school or this program, this is the thing you've been working towards. It's like, this is absolutely the program meant for you. This is going to be a school, an opportunity that is just going to feed you so many more opportunities. So if this is something like you getting into a program, this is you attending that school and then meeting a professor or someone who just, you know, bolsters your career after you leave school. It has a lasting energy to it because Nine of Pentacles tells me self-sufficiency. So you're making something for yourself. Like other people are just sort of like the vessel through which you're able to just like add on to your own wealth. And it's also giving me the energy of a solid foundation. So whatever this is that you're coming through, that you're manifesting, you manifested it or you built it yourself. This isn't even really manifestation. This isn't you just asking the universe for something and it coming to you. This is you intentionally putting in steps every day to get it. But regardless, you're going to be getting this thing. Oh my gosh, I totally forget where I was going with that. No, how hard you work to get this thing is going to provide you with such a sense of security and stability with yourself. You're going to think, especially because you end up getting this thing, you know, you're going to just have such faith in your ability and your faith in the universe too. It's really going to just restore hope because you're going to realize, you're going to say, I worked tirelessly towards this thing that I knew was so meant for me, that I really felt so connected to. I worked consistently, diligently, meticulously towards it, and I did all the right steps, and I, you know, maybe even I felt a little downtrodden at times. I felt a little in despair, hopeless, but then, you know, I did exactly the steps that I was told to do, that and then I came out on top. I received the sun. I saw the sun. I stepped into this childlike energy, and I was able to just see the light at the end of the tunnel because I finally reached it. And then you create such a solid foundation for yourself, such a sense of security and such confidence in your own ability to manifest things through your own hard work that you become this Nine of Pentacles, almost Empress type person that just knows, I have built this for myself out of hard work, and I deserved to reap this, and I know that I will reap more things because I've created such a solid foundation for myself, and I am so confident in my abilities. I now know so clearly what to bring in, and I'm confident in my ability to bring that in. So that is such a beautiful energy to be in. Oh my gosh, such a beautiful energy to be in. So I am going to, I'm going to pull some cards about the energy of the dominoes inside of here. I'm going to give the cards the opportunity to give themselves their own little story about it, about the dominoes, because I know that the dominoes have something to say, because they had something to say for me. So let's see. Let's get the energy of the dominoes. What's the energy of the dominoes? Because that's definitely going to be a manifestation for you. I just saw 4 of Wands on the back of the deck, which again just tells me solid foundation. And there is something like these dominoes, whatever this extra energy that you're manifesting is going to be something that you're able to manifest because you're in this Nine of Pentacles energy. So this is something that maybe, it could also be coming a little bit after the main manifestation, and so I think your main manifestation is the sun, and this is something that you're consciously working towards. So, basically just to answer the question, what's going to be the next thing to make you happy? The next thing that makes you happy is you're going to reap the rewards of something that you're trying to achieve right now. There's something that you've been working diligently towards, and you're going to, in the near future, you're going to obtain this thing. You're going to finally get it. And get that reward. But I think that also in the process of you getting that reward made you turn into the Nine of Pentacles. It made you turn into the Empress. It made you turn into someone who, has the wisdom to know how to give, but also how to not give too much. So you were making your Nine of Pentacles for yourself, you were making opportunities for yourself, but you also learned how to not work yourself to the bone. I keep saying working tirelessly, but you're not really working tirelessly in an exhausting way. You're working diligently and consistently, but you're not working to the point of exhaustion or the point of burnout. You're being very wise about it, and then the ability, the wisdom and balance that you bring yourself enables you to be in the Nine of Pentacles abundant type energy. So, and then when you're in that abundant energy, that's when this next blessing just sort of trickles in for you. And this is definitely something that you're not looking for, not something you're intentionally manifesting, but it's still going to be something that, something that sticks with you. Not something that's super big that you need, but just even a little something. It's going to really just help you restore your faith in the universe even more. Because, before, your faith was restored when you got your justice, your just desserts, by achieving the thing that you were trying to achieve and by following the steps to achieving it. And now you're getting an extra little reward for just being so wise and working so hard, but not working too hard, but just working hard enough. And I think your spirit guides are so proud of you, because for anyone to be in the Eight of Pentacles and then the Seven of Pentacles energy, and to maintain that energy and to not just sort of give up, you need to be a really wise, mature person, someone who just is level-headed, and to have the foresight to be like, I know that right now isn't the most fun time, but in the future I'm going to get what I deserve. But okay, I'm going to get some energy about these dominoes. What is the energy of these dominoes inside? What is this extra little justice? Wow, that is exactly what I was saying, just what you deserve, So the energy of these dominoes, it's that you you were working hard towards this thing, and it's like you gave such little consistent energy. Oh my gosh. So the message that's coming out is you gave such little consistent energy before, but and that, okay, you give little consistent energy, and then that energy is given back to you in this manifestation. After you give all of this energy, you give all 7 of your pentacles, all 8, 10 of your pentacles to this, to trying to achieve the sun, and then finally you do achieve the sun. And in achieving the sun, you're given all of those pentacles back, and then some. And so it's almost, this justice card is very interesting to me because it's almost like there's an imbalance of justice in a way. Because I think that you are receiving more from this blessing than you are giving to it. So you are getting more than 10 pentacles back. You're getting like 11 pentacles or something, like 20 pentacles, 100 pentacles. You're getting a lot more pentacles back. And so that's because you were just so, you saw yourself through such a difficult energy, and you really did bring yourself out of it, and you got yourself to the end of the tunnel, you know? Like, basically, this imbalance is a reward from the universe because you just exhibited such wisdom, such maturity, such self-respect, too, because you knew that it wasn't the most comfortable place that you were in, it wasn't the easiest place, but you knew that it was the right place to be in, and that it was the place that would bring you to a place that is super comfortable and a place that makes it all worth it. And now you're reaping the rewards and the justice of, yes, you were right all along, it was worth it, because now you are going to be given so much more than you could have ever dreamed of. And I think that these dominoes is just the beginning. I think that this is just sort of one little snowball that's going to, like, one little bit of snow that's going to snowball into a lot more blessings. And so I think that ultimately the next thing to look forward to is you're going to feel so refreshed and confident in your ability to make your life exactly what you want it to be, because you were tirelessly, I should stop saying tirelessly, you were diligently working towards something, and there was a little bit of doubt on whether or not you'd ever achieve it. And then once you achieved it, that just sort of reaffirmed to you, revalidated how good the universe is and how beautiful life is and how you will bring things in if they're aligned with you and if you give the energy to them that they need. And so it just sort of re-inspires you and re-motivates you towards understanding the good in life and how beautiful life is. And then I think after doing that, I think that that's honestly the biggest blessing that's coming out of this. You're just going to be so re-inspired with life, and you're just going to be so there. I feel like there's a word specifically that I'm looking for that I can't find, that I'm trying to get out, that I don't know what it is. You're just going to be, yeah, like a new lease on life almost, you're just going to feel re-inspired, and feeling re-inspired, it's going to put you in the energy, the consistent, sustainable energy of just being grateful. And that gratitude is going to help bring in things that you don't even ask for, but that are just going to elevate your quality of life, that are just going to make you feel so good. So keeping with the idea of, this being a program that you're working towards, it's you, maybe you get a scholarship, but maybe it's a super tiny little scholarship, so it doesn't really make too much of a dent in like student debt or anything, so you get into this program, and then maybe that's the sun getting into the program. That's the big manifestation that you are working towards consciously. And then your dominoes, the thing that you don't know that you're getting as a little extra reward is just maybe this little tiny scholarship. Maybe they're like, congratulations, you made it into the honors college or something. And with that, you get a little teeny tiny scholarship. And so then you're like, oh, okay, cool. But then maybe it's like, you got this little tiny scholarship because now you're an honors student, and maybe from being an honors student you get even more perks in the future. Maybe it's something like you get exclusive opportunities for research projects, or you get exclusive opportunities for, seminars or classes to take. Or maybe it's something like an alumni of the honors college or something. It works in the field that you're interested in, and they give you an in it. So it's something like that. It's something like it really does snowball this opportunity, but also the energy that receiving this opportunity puts you in helps bring in infinitely more opportunities. I'm going to get another clarifying card for this little domino, for the energy of the dominoes, though. We got the Justice, which is absolutely beautiful because that is the energy that I was picking up on. It's like this is literally such a beautiful energy to sit in because it is the energy of I got this thing, and I got the sun, and I got the sun because I worked towards it, and I knew I was going to get the sun, and I feel so good and so validated now because I did get the sun. And now not only do I have the sun, but I have the moon, and I have the stars too. I have the whole galaxy, and I didn't even realize it at first, but after I walked in the sun's energy and was exposed to the light, I was able to see all of the abundance that I had as potential before me, that I didn't even realize before because I was too focused on even finding the sun. And then once I was able to finally find the sun, all the rest of my manifestations and abundance was illuminated to me. Beautiful. Oh my God. And then the 10 of Pentacles. That's your next energy. That's the additional energy for this domino, for the dominoes. So that's so interesting because I was saying before that I thought the dominoes were going to be just sort of like an extra little fun energy that you get, like an extra little manifestation, but actually it's going to be a little manifestation that's going to bring you so much more. It's going to be a little manifestation that is just truly like the first domino, and then that domino is going to knock over the next domino, and where you'll be able to see your next manifestation, and then you'll be able to see the next like piece of abundance, and then the next one and the next one, and they'll all eventually fall over, and it'll leave you with just a sea of dominoes for you to understand, wow, these are all the things that I brought to myself. These are all of my pentacles just right there on the ground for me. I made that myself. I worked diligently towards the sun, and then after that harder period, I was just in such an abundant energy that I just naturally stumbled into abundance that I didn't even know I wanted, but that just made my life so beautiful. So wow, the next thing to look forward to, pile 2, I'm going to call your reading there, but to summarize, next thing to look forward to, you're going to get the thing that you're looking for, that you've been working towards tirelessly or meticulously. And then you're going to get such an ego boost from receiving that thing, that ego boost is just going to help you bring in so many other little things that are really going to accumulate and display to you how much your life is changing. There are little things that are just simply going to change your life. So let's give another example really quick. If this is something like you're really working towards, maybe you're really working towards finding true love. And this 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, that's you healing past relationship trauma so that you can be receptive to and understanding of true love, because there's an energy of if you're a little too unhealed, then you may not recognize true love if it's given to you, or you may be given karmic love and mistake it for true love. So there's an energy of if you're like, if this is something like you manifesting true love, then this is you working tirelessly towards self-healing and self-empowerment, and maybe it takes so long, you're like, man, I don't know if this is ever gonna come in for me, but I mean, I'm happy that I'm healing, so, my life's getting better, definitely, because I'm healing, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna find true love. And then true love does come in for you, and then it's not only like true love, but it's like the way that it comes in. It's like you just randomly, maybe it's like a coworker that you fall in love with, and then that coworker, you guys quit your job and you guys have your own business together, and that's something that you guys birth together. Or it's something like maybe you randomly meet this person out and about, and they're with mutual friends, and you meet their mutual friends too, and then it's like you meet your true love, and then it's also like your true love introduces you to people that become your close community and your best friends. Or, let's think of another type of example, or I don't really think I need to. Yeah, so it's something like that. It's just like, but I'm not even going to say your true love doesn't even introduce you to these friends, but it's like the energy that you're meeting your true love puts you in makes you so happy, so excited, so confident that it gives you the confidence to go out and do the things that you wouldn't have normally done before. So, it gives you the confidence to go out and try an exercise class or something, and then in doing that you just you find a hobby that you truly love and enjoy, maybe, or you find your soul tribe doing that hobby or something. But it's like the energy that receiving this manifestation puts you in is what helps you just transform your life. Truly, it's going to help you transform the entire energy of your life. The entire just thread, innate essence of your life is going to be transformed and transmuted into something just so much more peaceful, so much more abundant for you. It's going to be, I can confidently tell you, you're never going to have to display this 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles again, because you're going to be automatically in this 9 of Pentacles abundant energy. You're going to always be in this energy of just being ready to birth that extra pentacle into the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. And I can tell you, I just realized now, you guys, that we have 7, 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles. How incredible is that? And they're dispersed by these major arcana. You guys have 2 major arcana, and then the rest are consecutively counting Pentacles cards. That's incredible. You guys could really have strong Earth energy, strong Capricorn energy, strong Virgo energy especially. What's the other Earth sign? Taurus. A little bit of Taurus, but mainly really Virgo or Capricorn. But oh my gosh, you guys, like, you're just gonna reach so much abundance. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys, pile 2. You guys have just a lot to look forward to. I mean, look at these cards, like, it's gonna be a little, it's gonna require tenacity to reach that point. That's what I want to say. It's gonna require you to be persistent and determined, but I feel like you are. And so you're going to naturally get your manifestation, and then that manifestation is just going to, it's going to put you in such a delectable energy, and your life is going to be a dream from then on. I mean, I don't want to oversimplify anything. Everyone's life experiences hardships during periods, but I can tell you that you're not going to have to work diligently in the same way that you did before towards reaching that manifestation. That's going to be an energy that you only have to be in once, because it's like you unlock something. In getting that manifestation, you unlock something. And I just saw 111 on the timer, and then I saw 1212. So those could be synchronicities for you guys to confirm that this manifestation is on its way. The sun is on its way, and you're getting there. You are, guys. I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. Whew. But okay, pile 1. That was your reading about the next thing to look forward to in your life. So if you like this reading, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. But I'm going to move on to pile number 3. And I think I called you pile number 2 or pile number 1, so I'm sorry about that. You're pile number 2. But now I'll move on to pile number 3. Hey, pile 3, if you choose this cute little candle holder thing, this will be your reading all about your next reasons to smile, or just the next thing to look forward to in your life. So I'm going to pop this right here, I think. You know what? I'm going to move these right here. Thought I was so clever with the little Scrabble things. There we go. So annoying. Setups are so annoying. But anyway, so welcome to your reading all about next things to look forward to in your life. So I mean, the energy that I get with a candle holder is something like you're seeing the light, something's gonna be illuminated. But then I mean, because of how colorful and sort of like chaotic this little candle holder is, it's something like, you know, something's being lit up, or something's being lighted up, but like you're also being able to see the color in it being lightened up. It's reminding me, I have one deck, the Mary Magdalene deck. It's reminding me of the color card from that deck, which is an energy of, you know, or another deck that I have is, there's a card that says paint the color back into your sky, and it reminds me of that energy. So whatever is going to be brought to you, which is a weird way of me saying it, so maybe something will be brought to you, but whatever you're coming into that's going to make you smile, that's going to be something to look forward to, whatever it is going to be something that's going to just sort of light up and illuminate other aspects of life and how beautiful other things are, and it's going to be something that just sort of puts you in a good energy to feel good about all aspects of your life and feel grateful for where you are on your journey. But let's see, let's get some specific cards about pile 3. What pile 3 has to look forward to next. What's their next reason for them to smile? King of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so King of Swords, you know, he's a confident energy. He's outspoken. He knows what he wants. He's confident. He has strong boundaries, maybe too strong at times. Maybe there's potential to be a little cold, but I mean, ultimately in a very wise sort of sense. So let's clarify this energy. Let's see. So King of Swords, this card came out when I asked what's the next thing for you guys to look forward to. So maybe it's that you're a little bit embodying this energy, or maybe it's that this is the energy of whatever it is that you're coming into, or maybe it's the energy that you're currently in right now. But let's see, let's clarify this King of Swords. We have the High Priestess. Okay, interesting. So the High Priestess. I'm gonna get some more cards before I channel anything, because I gotta be real, the High Priestess is rocking my world a little bit. A little confused by her coming out, but let's just keep going with it. Oh my gosh. Judgment. I mean, also let's just talk about the intensity of these cards. I mean, the King of Swords isn't a major arcana, but it is a king. It's a court card. So you have one court card, and then you have two major arcana. You have Judgment and then the High Priestess. Let's see what else wants to come out. What else wants to come out? More, a lot more. Oh my gosh, you have the Three of Wands immediately followed by the Four of Wands. Those came out as a pair. And then you also have the Page of Cups. Oh my gosh, beautiful energy. So let's see. Let's put these all together. So what does pile number 3 have to look forward to? Let me take a second, just absorb this energy. Okay, so I'm back. I just had to sort of sit with that energy for a little bit and readjust my setup again, because this is so annoying. But, so okay, the message that I have for you with this King of Swords, I think it's just a little bit of a one-off message. Well, maybe not really, because we have such intense cards. But so King of Swords, I think that you're gaining a lot of clarity in something. I think that So with the candle also, it's giving me the energy of, like a light switch going off or like a light bulb going off in your mind. It's giving me the energy you're gaining a moment of clarity where you're just going to have an aha moment and you're going to suddenly know how to move forward in some way. It's like you're having a brilliant idea about something, but I think that it is also something maybe that it could be like an energy that what this thing is that you're thinking of is something like a solution. So there could be some sort of current crossroads that you're at right now. Maybe it's something like you're like, I don't know if I want to do this program because I don't know if I don't really know exactly what I want to do when I grow up, so I don't know if I should do this program, if it'll be best for me, or if I should just get a job right now. Or it's an energy of like, I don't know. Like, I want to be in a relationship with this person, but I just don't know if they're like exactly the one meant for me. Or it's like, I want to be in a relationship or date right now, but I don't know if I'm like emotionally ready for it. You're getting some sort of a moment of clarity that's just going to very easily illuminate the right path for you. And so I think that it is in relation to some sort of like problem or some sort of difficult energy that you've been in. So yeah, it is something like, I don't know how to move forward. It's some sort of crossroads that you're in, some sort of area that's bringing you confusion currently. You just don't know really how to act. There's something about it that's feeling a little unknown to you, a little hidden. This High Priestess is giving me the energy of the Moon card. So it's feeling like something was a little bit hidden. You really had to sort of like be in tune with your own energy for you to be able to reach this insight. I think this is insight that happens very, very quickly, very suddenly, and I think that it could come from you doing things like just sort of sitting in a joyous energy or a creative energy, just so I like an active energy though too. So I don't really see this as you just like self-care, sit down and binge watch TV. I'm seeing this as like, yeah, self-care, but maybe the form of self-care where it's like you should create a painting because it'll help you sift through your emotions. Or self-care, you should book a massage for you because things have been just really tense recently. It's something like you should actively do something, or like you should go out and exercise because it'll make you feel better. So it's in doing something like that, embodying those energies, that you're able to put yourself in the energy to have this King of Swords clarity moment. And so it's while you're in an energy, it's like you're knitting, you're just doing something little that helps you just sort of reconnect with yourself, reconnect with passion and creativity, but also emotion. And so, you're doing something like knitting, or you're painting, or you're doodling or something, or you're listening to music, or you're going on a run or a bike ride. And then while you're doing those things, you just have like this moment of clarity, and it's not even a moment of clarity where you are given a solution. It's a moment of clarity where you're given a solution, and then you are given the reasons to understand that solution, and given the reasons to understand how it's a solution and why that solution is the one that's needed. It's like immense clarity. It's clarity that will not be able to be shaken when you go back home and sit down and are faced with the possibility of, making this change. It's clarity that sticks, so it's you being like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready for a relationship. I was so unhealed and I don't know if I'm healed yet. And then it's like you literally, like, I don't know, you go to a museum, you go hang out with your friends, go on a little mini trip or something. You do something that just puts you in a nice energy that connects your sacral chakra and your heart chakra, and solar plexus chakra also. And then you have this clarity and you realize, actually, no, I'm just afraid of not being ready to be in a relationship, but I have healed enough, but I'm just so used to being in the energy of being too not healed for a relationship that I assumed I wasn't, but actually I think I am, and that is the clarity that you're given, and it's very sudden, and you go back home after this little trip or anything, or whatever, and you go back home and you still feel the same way. It sticks, you know, like you go back home and you still feel confident. You're like, yeah, no, I should put myself out there. I should date and whatever, because I do think I am ready for it. And I am pretty confident in saying that I only thought I wasn't ready because I was scared of not being ready, but I kind of know that I am. So it's something that happens very suddenly, and it's something that when you're given that clarity, it just so easily maps out the way before you. I'm just being called to this 3 of Wands and then immediately followed by the 4 of Wands. So this is something that just when you're given this clarity, you absolutely know how to walk. You see the path before you, and you are ready also. You're ready to fly confidently towards it and move quickly towards it. And then when you do, it creates this solid foundation. It sticks. I think that whatever this clarity is, it is true clarity, and it is probably true divinely guided clarity. So I think that this is probably something like a download that you're receiving from your spirit guides. They're telling you, no, you are ready for a relationship, or they're telling you, no, you should pursue this opportunity, or actually you should do this grad program because it could benefit you in this way potentially. So it is some sort of like, you know, divinely guided insight that's given to you, something that's guided by your your spirit team, spirit guides, the universe. But it is something that is just, it is so obvious once it's made obvious. You are just very confident in it, and you go towards it. And so the nature of this thing, it is giving me vibes of something that is really related to, you know, your sacral chakra, but also your heart chakra. So it's something that you're very passionately connected to, but also something that you're really emotionally connected to, like with this Page of Cups. I mean, because you do have the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands, which are very passionate cards, but then this Page of Cups is just such an emotional card, and it's a little bit of an emotional immaturity card, maybe someone who's a little new into realizing and understanding the depths of their emotions, but it's, you know, still emotion. So I think that whatever this is, this clarity, it's something that is like, it's just a little bit of a clarity. It's just a little Page of Cups of clarity, or, you know, it's a lot of clarity, but it's clarity that it gives you confidence, but and reassuring, but it just a little bit, you know, like you're still not so emotionally in tune with yourself where you can just so okay, so hold on. I'm getting a more nuanced message than at first. So you do confidently go towards this thing, but I think that maybe you don't have a lot of, like, you confidently walk towards it because it's like you were given insight, but I think that you may not have like a lot of emotional confidence in it. I think that you may have a lot of logical confidence in it, maybe a lot of spiritual confidence in it. Maybe it's an energy of, you're like, I know that this is what my spirit guides want. I know that this is what may be objectively the right thing to do and the right thing to walk towards, and this is the path that I should take. And there's some sort of emotional validity up to it. So there is an energy of, I know this, I know that this is right, but I'm still en route to feeling like it's right, you know? So there's still in the energy of, you're still in the energy of curating and really building up this deep emotional attunement and emotional confidence in this thing that you're walking towards, but it is still something that you confidently walk towards because you are so strong in this clarity. And so it's interesting. It is a vibe of, I know, but I'm working on feeling. So it's an energy of, I know the answer to my problems right now, but now the difficulty is in feeling like this solution really is going to be a solution to my problem, and being confident in that solution. But it is something that you walk towards, and I think that it's something that is connected with passion. It's something that is like a relationship, or a like a creative endeavor, or even just like a deep friendship or something. It's something that you're very passionate about, something that you hold a lot of creative energy inside of you for. Something that you see the potential in it, because we have the Three of Wands and then immediately the Four of Wands. So something that you're just immediately like that able to build the potential off of, and able to build just in general off of. So that's a beautiful energy. I'm gonna see if anything else wants to come out, any other types, any other cards about anything else, or if it's just gonna be mostly cards about this. Let's move this guy up. So let's see if any other cards want to come out about any other blessing or any other thing that pile number 3 has to look forward to. So anything else that pile number 3 has to look forward to. I mean, this thing obviously is pretty big because you have 2 major arcana, 2 court cards, and then the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands immediately after each other. So I mean, this is definitely big energy. I mean, whatever clarity it is, this is something that you've been feeling. It's just like something that you've been a little worried about so much, like this Judgment card. You're like, yeah, this really is a crossroads. It's not something flippant like, where should I go to eat tonight? It's something bigger like, where should I go to school? Where should I move? What job should I have? What should my next steps be just in general? Should I continue with school, or should I venture into a career? This is something, it's been on your mind, and it's been a little, it's been stressful. It's been stressful to have to think about it, but then you gain this clarity, and it gives you a little bit of that emotional fulfillment. You're like, finally, I have something to latch onto, like emotionally. Like I have some sort of, like, there's some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. That phrase came out for all 3 of the groups, so that is beautiful. But I mean, I guess it also is speaking to the collective energy right now. We're a little bit going through it, like I feel like overall we're feeling a little stagnant, we're feeling a little stuck, and some of us are feeling stagnant and stuck in ways where we're just have a very still life, and others are feeling stagnant and stuck in same sort of very chaotic, hectic cycles. But yeah, for you guys, I'm feeling like mostly it's almost a combination of the two, where you know that you need to act in some way. You need to almost like start up some cycle, but you don't even know which one to do. You don't know which way to go. You are just truly at a crossroads. You're at a problem where you're at a path where there are many different paths for you to take, and you're just not really sure which one to take. Then you're given a moment of clarity. 3 of Cups. So what else do you have to look forward to? Just joyous time with friends. I think that so whatever this crossroads is, it's an energy that just does simply eat away at you just ever so slightly, it's something that's just, it's something to deal with. It's something that you think about, something that stresses you out. So whenever you're in an energy of being stressed out, this 3 of Cups joyous friendship energy is just always so needed and so welcomed. And then I'm also just being called to notice we have the 3 of Cups and also the 3 of Wands. So I think that, before you gain this clarity, I think that, while you're still sort of in the crossroads, being in this Three of Cups, which this is what I mentioned earlier though, being in this Three of Cups energy is what is going to help you gain this clarity. So being in this sort of jovial, lighthearted energy where you just sort of connect with things that bring you joy is going to help bring this clarity. But also it's just simply after you get this clarity, you're going to feel a lot more joyous, a lot more lighthearted, and just you're going to feel a lot more comfortable to embody this Three of Cups energy. So it's like, you know, if you were bogged down with the question of, should I go to grad school or should I, you know, start my career? If you were bogged down with that question, then maybe you weren't really able to fully be present when you were hanging out with friends before. And then once you gain this clarity, you're able to hang out with friends and mean it. You're able to relax and truly relax, you know, because you don't have this extra little problem in the background just bringing you stress. But then another message that I'm also getting is, so because of the Three of Wands and then we also have the Three of Cups, it's like this clarity really is going to just bring in like a third energy so quickly. It's going to just really enable you to bring about this other thing, to make this decision, and to, you know, I'm getting the energy that you are part A, and then this clarity is part B, and then once you have part A and part C, they merge together to instantly create part C, which is this just Three of Cups, Three of Wands, just third party energy. So I mean, it's like all you need is the clarity and yourself, and you just need to gain the clarity for yourself, and then instantly you'll be just sort of thrust into the path of like the next steps and how to make your life. And so it's an interesting thing because I mean, like you're right now you're really at a crossroads, and I don't think this is a solution that you're not aware of right now, but this is a solution that you don't understand that this is the solution you should choose yet. So this is something like, if I can give an example of you choosing between different universities, this is something, oh my gosh, what was I literally just saying? Oh yeah, so this is like, you know what universities you apply to, you know? It's not like you can apply to a surprise university or a surprise university accepts you. You know what schools you apply to. But it is an energy of like, you get your acceptances back and you know where you're accepted, and you know where you can go. You're just at the crossroads of knowing which one to choose. And then, you know, suddenly you're given like a beacon of clarity that it's like, actually, you're supposed to live in this state. Maybe your spirit guides give you a download that life living in like Oregon is going to be much better than living life in California, and maybe the schools you're choosing between are in Oregon versus California. And so that glimpse of insight is just going to, yeah, once again, it's like maybe you don't emotionally feel that very connected to it. Maybe you're like, I don't really care that much about Oregon, but it's like, you know that you're given this intuitive download for a reason, that Oregon is better for you than California. So you're like, okay, Oregon it is. And you accept that offer and you just go walk towards it. And then it just like, life works out, you know? It's like that, it's the energy of, you're never ever given a reason to doubt the clarity once you get it. You know, you get the clarity, you act off of it, and then you live your life after you make this change from the clarity. So it's like you randomly think, oh, no, I should go to school in Oregon, not California. So you accept the offer for the school in Oregon, and then you go to school in Oregon and you have the time of your life. You love it. You don't even think about the fact that you for so long were debating whether or not to go to this school. That's not even like a question anymore. You don't remember that part of you. All you're focused on is living your life and creating this beautiful foundation for yourself and doing well in school and making friends and gaining opportunities. And you're never going to feel like, I made the wrong decision. You're never going to be made to feel that way because you did make the right decision. I think there also is an energy of, you're not going to be able to obviously see that it's the right decision, but you're just going to over time feel like you know it's the right decision because nothing felt wrong. But it is an energy of, it's not like, you know, you accept your place at Oregon and then all of a sudden it's like someone, I don't know, calls you and is like, because you're the 100th person to accept your spot, you just won $1 million. Like an obvious sign like that is not going to happen, but what is going to happen is you're just going to feel so right in this energy, and it is going to be a Three of Cups energy. This Three of Cups energy is going to follow you into this new path that you venture on, and it's going to be an energy that's a lot easier to maintain once you choose this path and make the decision. Beautiful energy, beautiful cards. I forgot to do this for pile number 2, but we're gonna get some advice for you guys, because it could give us further insight into what it is that you have to look forward to. So let's get some advice for pile number 3. Some advice for, you know, just sitting tight in the meantime, or advice for what to do when this next blessing comes in. Just any sort of advice for pile 1. Not pile 1. I keep saying pile 1, or I keep thinking pile 1, but this is pile 3. Any advice for pile number 3? So we have wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So this is something like you don't need outright definitive confirmation to make the right decisions for yourself. You don't need literally someone in your face telling you this clarity. You don't need your dad to come up to you and tell you, go to the University of Oregon, for you to make that decision and for that to be the right decision. You do need to have confidence in yourself. I mean, and I think that is going to be, this is your next blessing, the next thing that you can look forward to. But I think that's, so, you know, what you're going to look forward to is this clarity. But I think that also because there is a little bit of a lack of like emotional trust in yourself and your intuition and this clarity in general, there is going to be a little bit of struggle just as you sort of emotionally adjust and start to trust yourself in this clarity. Let's see, any other words of advice for pile number 3 as they await this? Villain, you can always rewrite the story. So this is telling you, this is just like a reaffirming message. So it's telling you that, you know, even if you're at a crossroads and even if you temporarily make a decision, if you regret that decision, you can go back and you can change it. You can rewrite the story. You're at a crossroads for a reason, because you're meant to feel in control of this. You're not meant to feel like other people hold the answers for you. This period also, another hidden blessing of this period is you are going to feel so much more confident in your ability and your intuition and your ability to rewrite this story. You're not only going to feel like you're able to make things happen, but you're going to feel like you have the wisdom to know what things are worth making happen. So you're going to, pile number 2 had almost a similar sort of energy where it's like just the very fact of you gaining this blessing is going to put you in an energy to gain more blessings. So by that I mean receiving this blessing, making this choice, this definitive choice, it's just going to sort of bolster your confidence in yourself. And I think that that's going to be something that sort of steadily grows, because again, you're not going to be able to understand that this was the best choice for you to make until you're really in it and until you're sort of until you're in it and are able to feel how right the energy is. But I mean, so you just sort of do have to like sit tight and trust yourself and trust the clarity that you brought yourself and that you found. But let's see, anything else, any other advice for pile number 3 as they await this blessing? or maybe advice for when they come into this blessing. Yeah, so by the villain, you can feel free to rewrite your own story. By that, I don't want you guys to think that you're going to need to rewrite this story, but I think that mainly you're going to feel empowered in your ability to rewrite this story. So I don't want you to come out of this and feel like, oh, I may make the wrong decision when I'm at this crossroads. No, it's not that. I think that you're going to make the right decision, but also it's in knowing that even if you make the wrong decision, you can just, once you realize or think it's the wrong decision, you can just step out of that decision. You can just peel back and choose something else. You're able to do that. You are in control. And yeah, this blessing is going to make you understand how in control you are. And in control in a good way. It's not like you feel in control of a chaotic life that it has nothing going for it. It's you feel in control of being able to see things clearly as they are and bring yourself to the energies that you want to be in. You're going to feel confident in your ability to control the energy of your life and the trajectory of your life. Let's see, any other advice though for pile number 3? Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Yeah, so you deserve clarity. You deserve this clarity that you bring yourself and that you gain. I mean, you don't really deserve the confusion, but also I think that there's an energy of, I think that there may be people who try to sway you, to go in a different way, especially if you don't have maybe you don't really have that strong emotional attachment to whatever you choose. But it's really just intuitive attachment and inclination. That's why you choose it. So maybe you have people around you who try to sway you and try to make you choose something else and choose a different path. And you just have to sort of remember to just block them out. Remember, you're master of your soul, captain of your soul, master of your fate, sorry. But you're in control, and it's your life, and you're here to learn lessons for you and live your life for you and not other people. But I think that also in making this decision for yourself and ignoring these people who are trying to sway you in a different way, I think that you are naturally just going to, again, just an energy of like building confidence. These circumstances are just going to build confidence for yourself, and you're going to be able to more clearly see people and things and opportunities that aren't meant for you. You're going to more clearly be able to recognize deception, where energies maybe have a really enticing, seductive energy to them, but you know that they're ultimately not right for you. So let's recap. Pile number 3, what's your next blessing coming in? You're going to gain clarity in something that you've been really confused about. At first, it's just going to be sort of like knowing, intuitive clarity. You're not going to feel a lot of emotional pull towards it. But once you bring yourself into that energy, which you will, because, you're going to get this intuitive inkling, and I feel like you could be a very logic-driven person, and so I think that because you have this intuitive inkling, you are just really, you'll persevere towards it because you trust to some extent you do trust your intuition, but it's like you trust it, but you're fresh in that trust. And so once you put yourself in this energy, once you pursue this thing and make this decision, then you're going to realize, yes, this was exactly what was right for me. This is what's giving me the right foundation. And then you're going to be in that energy, and you're just going to be able to clearly see when things align with that energy and when they don't align with that energy. And you're also going to, so that's the blessing that's coming in. You're going to be you're going to make a decision, and eventually you're going to be so confident and so happy with that decision. And that's not to say that at first you're unhappy with that decision, but I think at first you're just confused still about the decision that you made. You were confused when you made the decision, you were confused after you made the decision. It's not until you're well into living life with that decision that you understand it was the right decision. And then, being in that energy is just going to help you bolster confidence in your own intuitive ability, your ability to assert boundaries and understand when people and things aren't meant for you. And it's just going to, it's going to help bring just a lot of ease and peace back into your life, because you're going to stop doubting your thoughts so much, because you are such a heavily mental person, I'm feeling. You're going to stop sort of resenting yourself for that. You're going to stop doubting all of that mental action. But yeah, that was very nice. I feel like all of the piles, honestly, they did have a little bit similar-ish messages, which is always beautiful, honestly, to pick up on, because it just means that the collective energies, especially of whoever would be watching this reading, they're just very similar collective energies. But I mean, I love that the theme light at the end of the tunnel is what came through for all of the readings, basically, because regardless of who you are, everyone experiences hardships in their life, and so it is always such a blessing to be told that there is a light at the end of the tunnel to look forward to. But pile number 3, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say that's your reading. If you like this message, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, especially subscribe, because I do put out a lot of tarot readings, and if you resonated deeply with this message, then I'll probably be tapping into your energy more in the future, and subscribing is just the easiest way to know when I post a new reading. But I hope you enjoyed this reading, and have a nice day or night whenever you're watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.